It's been a minute since I talked about Dirtbag DiJonai Carrington. It's been a minute, but she is back with her newest antic, her newest flawed and foul behavior, and her newest way to call out racism and accuse people of things, while at the same time not even realizing what she just said, which implicates her as the royal sack of garbage that she has proven to be ever since Caitlin Clark stepped into the WNBA. Because until that point, no one knew who the hell Dirtbag DiJonai was. Dirtbag Dijon Mustard, we didn't know who you were. I mean, I knew who you were because I watched women's college basketball, so I knew who you were. But most people had no idea of your existence. So what did Dirtbag DiJonai do this time? I'll let you know. But before we do that, welcome back to Rudy's Rant. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast where we talk facts over feelings. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Shomot. And let's just jump in on this. But if you haven't done so yet, please be sure to like the video, comment on the video, share the video, and subscribe if you are new to this channel. And we do have membership levels for our membership live on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. I know I missed last week because it was Christmas Eve. Now it's New Year's Eve on Tuesday this week, so we'll see if we get to do it or not. But definitely it will be back on January 7th for sure. But let's talk about this. So DiJonai Carrington and a group of friends were in an Uber, and DiJonai Carrington felt the need to broadcast herself live and claim in this video that she and her friends were being kidnapped by said Uber driver. She refers to the Uber driver as a white male and why white people do whatever they want, blah, 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 while in the company of what it looked like to me, her friends looked white, just by the way, because they definitely weren't black. But the white male she's talking about wasn't actually a white male. In fact, he wasn't even speaking English. He might be white and he might be white skinned, but he's not a white male. He was an Arab male. But I'm going to play the video for you because I want you to hear the stuff that comes out of DiJonai Carrington's mouth. She is so loose with her gums that she doesn't know how the things that she says and how she says certain things paints her in such a bad picture and bad light. And yet she's supposed to be, as we know, they're professional athletes. They're supposed to be role models for young people. But this is not how adults handle situations. And the things I'll play it for you. You probably already seen it by now, but I'm going to play it anyhow.
On me.
Scammer life is good.
Did he ruin your birthday, friend? I hope not. Woo! What'd he say?
That girl looks white, by the way. She doesn't look black at all. So that's one of her friends. Remember, you're like, this is shits and giggles, laughy, haha, kiki, funny. Everything's hilarious. And they're making fun of this driver, by the way. Clearly. Don't know if they're drunk or not. Don't know. Can't say for sure. But their behavior for being kidnapped is not the behavior of people being kidnapped.
Y'all should have broke something in this sir's car.
All right, you just heard that, right? Y'all should have broke something in this sir's car. You know what she wanted to say. She either wanted to say this MFer's car or this N-word's car, even though he's not a black male. That's what she was going to say. She was going to say one of those two things. And because she was live, she remembered that. But maybe she should have remembered not to say, Y'all should have broken something in his car. Is this really what comes out of your mouth, Dirtbag DiJonai? Is that because you don't get whatever you want, whenever you want it, however you want it, you're going to threaten to break someone's property? That's your mindset. The WNBA should be taking a very hard look at this. Take a very hard look at who you gave the Most Improved Player of the Year award to. Because she's telling people that they should have broken stuff in someone's Uber vehicle, personal vehicle, because from what it gathered, he didn't want to play music loud in his car, which is his right. And if you ever had an Uber, which most people have, now it has an option for music or no music. And if you wanted music, you should have put music on there instead of a guy who clearly doesn't want music. So he would never have taken that trip would have never gone to him as an Uber driver, or he would have rejected it. But let's continue. But again, she says that they should have broken things in this man's car. They should have committed a crime.
Where is he? You guys, this stuff is crazy.
Look at her with that damn yellow freaking. Can she get some new hair? Like, can she change up the weave, for Christ's sakes? Please, at some point, change up the weave. We know this is not your hair. We know it's not your hair color. It gets like do you have do you have another weave, another wig, or whatever it is that you're wearing? But notice how she's now she's playing the victim. Now she's the victim. A second ago, she was telling her friends to break stuff in this man's car. She's laughing, kikiing. Now she's a victim.
And I had to really expose him in real time because I don't know, honestly, I don't know why white people think they can get away with trying to just like scare black people by saying, oh, I'm going to call the police.
All right, here we go. Why white people? Sweetheart, you're with white people. You grew up with white people. We all know where you grew up. You grew up daughter of a former professional football player, NFL player for 8 years. That was your father. Your father played in the NFL for 8 years. You did not grow up probably wanting all that much. I'm sorry, needing all that much. Maybe wanting, because everyone, you're a woman and you are a daughter and you want stuff. But you definitely didn't grow up needing, more than likely. Not to mention, you kind of, you did go to Horizon Christian Academy in San Diego. What is the tuition there? This is like Asia Wilson squared. Her and Asia Wilson are the funniest because her and Asia Wilson, man, oh man, oh man, those two really yuck it up for the racial attacks. They're good at that. They have proven this. Yet they are two of the most spoiled brats when it comes down to this stuff. They grew up privileged as hell, private schools. I mean, let's see here. Let's see what the tuition is for this school. The tuition for this school for 6 to 12 is $15,000 a year. If anyone knows anything about private school tuition, that's just the tuition, because then you have lunch, then you have uniforms, and you have books, and you have all. By the end of the year, you've paid 25 grand. All right. Kindergarten 11.5, 1 to 5, 13.350, 6 to 12, 14.750, so 15 grand plus registration fees, senior fees, blah blah blah, lots of fees. So she went to a school that costs $15,000 a year in San Diego. Hey, maybe she wanted a scholarship, but she still was the daughter of a former professional football player. Brother plays in some level of arena football, or he played in the CFL as well. Lots of athletes in her family. And while she's hanging out with some white girls. And I guess you can come back and say those aren't white girls, but those look like white girls to me. But yeah, let's continue right here. The white people. It's always the white people with her. It's always the white people. She really hates white people, man. She really hates white people. Maybe he threatened to freaking call the police because you wouldn't get out of his car. As an Uber driver, you have the right to end the trip. At any point, you have that right if the people in your car are acting a fool and you don't want them acting a fool. Anyone who's ever been in an Uber knows this. You cannot act like a clown in an Uber. It is not your car. It is someone else's vehicle. If everyone's interactive, that's one thing. But if this person does not want to listen to loud music, well, then so be it. But you sitting here saying that, he's called white people calling the police. Well, if you didn't get out of his car, then what? I don't know the situation. You don't want to explain the entire situation, because if you actually tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God, I'm sure we'll find that what happened probably was because y'all were acting like idiots. Because you're acting like idiots in the video.
Like, okay, and we did nothing wrong, so that's fine. Go ahead and call the police.
That's the Uber driver.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Live and in the flesh for you to see.
Remember, this is the Uber driver that you tried to kidnap you, right? Which she was going to say.
He tried to kidnap us and take us. Look, oh, now he's going to talk to her.
So this is the Uber driver who tried to kidnap them, according to her. She just made a comment about trying to kidnap them, but she's following him. She's following him. He tried to kidnap you, but you're following him. You're harassing him at this point.
Our next Uber driver. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, he's probably warning the next Uber driver about y'all behavior. So that driver is speaking in Arabic. So he's definitely not a white American guy. Definitely not a white American guy. And that's who she's referring to when she talks about white people. I know that's what she's doing. So she's referring to this man as a white American who doesn't speak English or speaks limited English, and he's speaking in Arabic.
Hold on. He just said something in another language to the next driver. What did he say?
The girl in the front looks white too.
Dummy, he don't even speak that language. He speaks Spanish. He's a dumbass because our new driver speaks Spanish. This motherfucker was trying to speak Arabic.
Yeah, he called him white though. You said these white people. So he's Arabic. He's Muslim actually. He's a Muslim man. Okay.
Arabic and Spanish do not sound the same.
He's trying to leave. Come on, let's go.
We have 10 minutes so the driver can leave.
No, I'm saying this guy's trying to get off the spot.
All right, y'all. This driver's letting us play music. So bye.
There you go. This driver's letting us play music, so bye. So apparently, as I mentioned, this was all about music and the fact that the other driver did not want to play music or play music at a level that they wanted the music to be played at. So he ended the trip, is what it appears to be. But at the same time, she's claiming that he tried to kidnap her. Okay. Try to kidnap her. If you were so unconcerned about the police coming, why didn't you just wait for the police to show up? Why didn't you wait for them? That's the thing about DiJonai Carrington that is just abundant. It's so in your face, is that she is really good at throwing out this race card, but she's been, while she's not a white woman, man, she acts like one. That's for dang sure. You want to call people Karens? She acts like a Karen to the nth degree. The nth degree. She just accused this Arabic Muslim man of being a white man who's calling the police. No, maybe. What was your behavior before in that car? What was your behavior like? Please do tell the whole story. You look ridiculous. But this is par for the course with DiJonai Carrington and her racial rhetoric. She is clearly a woman who deals with some inner issues. I don't know if a white dude did something to her when she was younger, or a white person did something to her when she was younger, because I'm sure she was around pretty much nothing but white people when she was younger. Beyond the fact she went to Stanford, which is, I mean, what's the population of Stanford when it comes to, Stanford demographic? Let's see what that is. Where 27% are Asian, 18% are Hispanic Latino, 24% white, and there's only 8% student population of Black African or African American. So she went to a school that had a very small Black population. And everything she does, I wonder if she even lightens her skin. I wonder if she does that because I feel like she probably does that.